Hey students, it's Emily Poole. Let's talk about rivals on the world stage. Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, and then that set up just, colonization of the Americas. Europe is establishing overseas empires not only in the Americas, but also on the coast of Africa and in the Indian Ocean. And they're doing this through a lot of coercion, obviously, and sometimes through negotiation. Let's highlight the key players and also the key conflicts. Spain is the dominant empire in the Americas. They established colonies in North America, in the Caribbean, and in South America. And not only that, they established a colony in the Philippines, named after, you guessed it, Philip II, which means that they have a truly global trade network. And what are they doing with the trillions of dollars in gold and silver bullion and also actual resources that they are extracting from their colonies? Funding wars. If we're looking back at Europe, Spain is a country that is right next to Portugal on the Iberian Peninsula. In order to prevent conflict at home, they need to come to an agreement on what lands they can colonize. In 1494, the two countries get together and go to the Pope in the name of Catholicism and say, hey, Pope, please help us out. Help us figure out what lands we can freely conquer. And the Pope says, cool. Marks a line of demarcation called the Treaty of Tordesillas. Spain can colonize everything west of this line, and Portugal can colonize everything east of this line. This is Spanish domination in the Americas and Portuguese domination on the coast of Africa and in the Indian Ocean. But not wanting to be outdone, other Atlantic-based nations like France, the Netherlands, and Britain also want to get involved in trade. Students, it's important to note here that power shifts in Europe from the Mediterranean region to the Atlantic region. While Italy controlled so much wealth, power, and influence in the 1400s, they're not on the Atlantic coast. So as soon as Columbus sails the ocean blue and the hemispheres are connected, those Atlantic states are the ones that emerge as the most powerful. After colonies in the Americas are established by those countries, there's a lot of conflict that ensues to make sure that certain countries have control over certain colonies. Both the Wars of Spanish Succession and the 7 Years' War lead to Britain's ascendancy and control over more colonies, and at the same time weaken the power of Spain and France in North America. Let's talk about piracy. Can you imagine the amount of wealth that is being transported via ships across the Atlantic and across the Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean? Of course, piracy is going to be rampant during this time. Y'all, like the 1650s to the early 1700s is the golden age of piracy. My most fun fact about that is that Blackbeard, Edward Teach, maybe the pirate that you think of when you think of pirates, owned a ship called the Queen Anne's Revenge, which was in fact a former French enslaving ship. While pirates did a lot of damage, no denying that. While there was lots of looting and stealing and negative things, I will say, pirate ships tended to be more egalitarian. So there is at least that. Anyway, I hope this helped. And as always, you can do it. I believe in you.